Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So in this video we are going to create a live streaming app in React or Next.js. I'm going to be using React for this one, but you can use Next.js to do this in the same way. And we're going to use a popular platform called ZEGOCLOUD. So you're going to see how easy it is to integrate live streaming feature into your app with ZEGOCLOUD. And if you don't know about ZEGOCLOUD, ZEGOCLOUD is a popular communication service provider which is used to integrate real-time communication features into your platform. So they provide a powerful SDK and APIs to use to build features like video call, voice call, live streaming, in-app chat, video conferencing, and more into your application. And if you're a developer, you can integrate these features into your app easily. You can find more details on their website if you go to ZEGOCLOUD.com. It is free to sign up, no credit card required. And when you sign up, they give you 10,000 free generous minutes to explore all their products. Today, we are going to try the live streaming service of ZEGOCLOUD using the live streaming kit. So we're going to see how easy it is to add live streaming feature into our platform. So first of all, let's try and sign up. I am going to click on sign up here. If you've already created your account, you can log in, but I'm going to click on sign up here. So here you can see that once you sign up, you get free 10,000 minutes here. All right, so the free credit you get is 10,000 minutes, which is very generous, right? And here I'm going to provide my first name, my last name, my country, my work email, and then I am going to get a verification code, right? So once you provide your work email here, you're going to click on get code, and you're going to send a code to you via your email. And then you can provide that code here, put your password here, make sure you check these check boxes, and then you can hit on start. All right, so I'm going to provide my details. So when you sign up for the first time, you just have to fill these details that pops up and you are good to go. All right, so here, and then here, I'm going to provide my phone number here, and then I'm going to click continue. Now you can see that your account has been credited with 10,000 free minutes, which is a lot to get started. All right, so I'm going to claim this. Then I'm going to go to my dashboard. So as you can see, I'm on the dashboard now, and you can see how the sign up process is so easy and smooth. It does not require your credit card. You can just sign up and then you can start exploring their products. So on the dashboard, you just have to start by creating your first project. We have a lot of features that we can explore. This one, we're going to choose live streaming. We would come down here and then we're going to click next. Right, so here, what is going to be the name of your project? I'm going to call it Flow Live, and two ways to get started. So either you use the UI kits or you use the SDKs. So we click with start UI kits, and you can see that they have Android, iOS, web. All right, so you can see. So as you can see, ZEGOCLOUD is creating our application. So we're just going to wait a few seconds for the app to finish creating. Yep, so our app is created. Since we are using React, we're going to be choosing for the web, but if you're using something else, you can go for whatever platform you're building for. We're going to choose for the web. So here, the UI configuration section, you can choose the basic configuration that you want, things like camera, audio settings, screen sharing. You want to enable all that. We want to enable all these things, and then we're going to click on save and start to integrate. And as you can see, just like that, we have an app, a full streaming app running with camera and microphone and everything enabled. You can even see the settings here. You can choose your microphone and your speakers. You can go to the video and then choose your video as well. And here you can join the room. You can share the link for people to join as audience as well. And down here, you can see that you can get a config file to integrate into your application. So you don't need to run it here. You can click on get the config file and integrate, and here it is going to give you the code that you can basically copy and put in your project. So here you can see that this is where you have your app ID, and this is where you have your server secret, right? So you need these two, which you would need to copy somewhere. If you also decide to download the HTML file and use it, you can click on it, and it is very easy, right? You can also deploy from here. But here I'm going to click on download HTML file. Right, so I have downloaded the HTML file. I am going to click on it, and you're going to see. Right, so you're just going to allow the camera, microphone, and all that, and there you go. Let me mute the microphone before I get an echo. So yeah, you can enter your username here, and then you can actually click on join. Let me just leave this username. I'm gonna copy this link and I'm gonna click on join. And as you can see, I have joined. No one has turned on their camera or microphone yet, and that's because I just turned off my camera, but I can enable my microphone right now or turn on my camera, or there is also a screen sharing here, which if I want, I can click on it to share my screen. I'm gonna cancel. I can change the layout if I want. I can also see the settings. So the same settings we saw. And yeah, here I can also see the users. I can open the chat and then start sending messages like hello. Alright, so let me try and then join in from a different browser using the link. And yeah, you can see I just copied the link here, and you can see that I'm still using the HTML file, right? I pasted the link I copied here, the invitation link, and you can see I can join as an audience. So I would enter my username here as John, and I can click on join, and I can also join. If I open the chat, I can send a message. When I go back to this one, I can see that John has joined and they've sent a message. Now when you're ready to go live, then you are going to click on this button which says go live. All right, so here when I click on this button, you'd see that we get a counter, and once it reaches 1, we are live. Very simple and very easy. All right, so now we are live streaming. As you can see here, we are live, and other people can see whatever we are doing once they join. So you can see from here as well, when I come to the other user, you can see we are now live. So you can see it is very easy to use the UI kit to get started, right? I'm also going to show you how to use the SDK to configure this in your React application. So when you come to my project, you can see we have one project here. I'm also going to create another project so that I can show you how to use the SDK as well. So I'm going to choose live streaming again. I'm going to come here and I'm going to click on next. This one, I am going to call it Streamify. Yeah, it's just an example name. This time I am going to choose the SDK. We can start with a custom SDK, and we are still going to wait a few seconds for the app to finish creating. And here, as you can see, we are being redirected to our project. All right, so we can click on the project, and here we have our details that we can use in our application. And so we would need the app ID. You would need the app ID. You have to make sure you keep your app ID secret, so I'm not going to show you. And then you'd also need the server secret. All right, so make sure you copy those and then you put it in an environment variable. All right, now what I want to mention is that you don't have to create a new app to be able to use the SDK. You can still use the same application. You can just click on the application and you can see you can get the configuration, the details from here as well. You can see we have our app ID and then the server secret. We can still use this same details, but I just wanted to create this new application just to show you the process. Whenever you're creating a new application and you choose an SDK or UI kit, which options you get. Yeah, you can use any of the details here. All right, so we're going to use these details here. We have our app ID and our server secret. Alright, so I'll just copy this and put it in an environment variables. But first of all, I have to create a new React application. So I've created a new React application here, as you can see, using Vite. Alright, so here I can try and run it, and then we would see. So I'm going to do npm run dev. Yeah, sorry, I just have to do npm install first. So npm install. Alright, so once my packages are done installing, I am just going to do npm run dev to start the development server. So I can go ahead and open this in the browser. So as you can see, we have the basic React app, and we are going to integrate ZEGOCLOUD. I'm going to open a new terminal here. I'm going to install the ZEGOCLOUD UI Kit SDK. You can see the steps here. Alright, so just 3 steps to follow: installing the SDK, and then integrating the SDK. That is a UI kit SDK here. You're just going to provide a few lines of code. You're going to see how easy. So you don't need a lot of code, just a few lines of code, and then we'll get everything up and running. All right, so we're going to go to the documentation and then copy the installation code. So when you go to the docs, I'm going to provide the link in the description to get you here. But when you get to the docs, you can see that you can get the npm installation. So I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to head back to VS Code and I am going to paste this. Alright, so now I am going to go here. So as you can see, this is how we initialize the SDK. Alright, so in our case, we are using React. If you're using Next.js, you can just come and then copy this. So in our case, we are using React. So you can see that there are a couple of functions here, like random ID, get URL params, and then this is the actual component. And here you can see that the template is down here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to copy this and I am going to go back. So the installation is also done. I'm going to go back to app.tsx and I am going to replace everything here. Paste what I copied. And I'm going to start moving some of these functions into a separate file just to organize my files a bit. But you can see that I am also using TypeScript here. So I'm going to have to provide types for some of these. So let's see, I'm going to create a new file inside src. I'm going to call it functions.ts. Alright, and I'm going to move this inside here. I'm going to export this, and then this is also exported. And I'm going to start fixing these because I'm using TypeScript, right? So you can see var, we don't like var, so we want to use const here, this one. So this is not reassigned again, so we can use const as well. And then up here, I'm going to make these separate. All right, so I am going to bring a semicolon here, and I'm going to say const again. And here I am going to use let. All right, so let me use semicolon. And the only thing I have to parse is a type for this. This is definitely gonna be a number, and yeah, we are good to go with this file. So I'm just gonna import them here, this from functions, and then this as well. And then up here, I'm just gonna remove this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove this import entirely. And then one more thing to fix down here, I would need to provide my app ID and my server secret. Alright, so the app ID and then the server secret you copied from the project you created on ZEGOCLOUD dashboard. Make sure you copy those. Alright, so I'm going to create an environment variable here. So I am going to say .env, it's local. Alright, and I'm going to say vit. Alright, so you need to make sure you have ZEGOCLOUD app ID and then ZEGOCLOUD server secret in your env. So I'm going to put the values here and I am going to save this file. I am also going to make sure that in my get ignore I don't push that. Right, so here I'm going to say .env. Alright, so we'll put .env and then the star here to not push any of our environment variable files. And so you can see that's not included. So here we are going to import it. So I just need to import them here because I'm using vit. I'm doing import.meta.env and then I'm providing the variable name here and then for the server secret as well. So here I'm also going to use const instead of let. And then I'm going to provide a type for element. To make things easier, let me just say any for now. And let me see, so there are a lot of lets here, so let's change them to const. And these are happening because I'm using TypeScript, right? If you're using JavaScript, you don't have to have these issues. Let's just say any, just to make things easier, and we are good to go. So let's actually, so the application is running, server restarted. So let's actually check the app and then see what we have now. Okay, so in the console we have a type error here and it says that app ID must be a number. So what we're going to do is we are going to, let's go back here. All right, and here we are going to make it a number. Yeah, so just the app ID, right? So we're going to make this a number and we're going to save this again. Now let's go back and check. And as you can see, this time we have the app running. Nice. Right, so Here I need to make sure I allow my camera. And so if I click on allow, then as you can see, the voice is also enabled. Let me just mute this one so that I don't get an echo here. But I can also change my camera. You can see that it's picking a different camera, which is not my webcam. So I can actually change the camera by going to settings. And then I can go to video, and here I can click on my camera, which is this one. And you can see that my camera is now enabled here, right? Nice. So I can enter my name here. Let's say shot, and then I can click on join. So here you can share the link for someone to join as a co-host or as an audience. Alright, so when you click on these for them, then they can join as co-host. And when you click on these, they can join as audience. Right. So I'm gonna click on join. Let me turn off my camera for now. And I'm gonna click on join. Let me close the console as well. And then here you can see you can also share your screen as I mentioned. You can see all the people in the live stream. You can see the chat here, and you can also see the link here, which you can share to people. And yeah, when you are ready, you can click on go live. It is as simple as that. And just like that, you have a streaming application integrated in your platform. And if you look at the code, you can see that it is also very easy to see what's going on, right? By looking at just these, like things like these, join as co-host, and the fact that we are getting window.location.protocol hosting and path name, just to make sure that even if you host it, it is able to get your URL, the correct URL, and it's able to add these search params like room ID, role, and then other stuff, right? Yeah, it is surprising how easy it is to set this up and get it running, right? So I will provide all the link in the description, so check it out. Thank you for watching, and I am going to see you in the next video.